Hello everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Danny here. Today I'm talking to you about Try Again. So thank you to Tokyopop for providing me a review copy for this. Volume 1 dropped last month in November. We have the paperback version, $13.99. The ebook is $7.99. You can get it wherever you pick up manga or books, basically. Barnes & Noble, Amazon, or directly from the website. So Try Again is from a place called Noir Caesar Studios. This is an independent company where they focus a lot on manga-inspired content, anime-inspired content. They do their own animations. They have a bunch of series going on right now. This is one of, I believe, 3 that's being published by Tokyopop right now. This was created by Will Brown, and the story is written by Marcus Johnson and John Lawrence. Drawn by Win Dolores. Volume 1 is containing 6 chapters. It's about 166 pages, if I'm not mistaken. So let's get into it, man. This is on the back of the volume. For the description, it says, as a member of the Kayator Guild, I hope I'm saying that right, Danielle Burrows is one of the criminal underground's most renowned hitmen. Despite her success, memories from her past bleed into the present, forcing her to reconsider the life she now leads. Events are set in motion when she kills Emilio, her caretaker, but accidentally also kills his daughter, Lilio. She realizes that she had enough of this life, one now truly without meaning. Leaving it all behind, she soon discovers that even death is no escape from her past. So the biggest thing just to say right off the bat is that it is described as a manga-inspired graphic novel. And that's big because jumping into this, it's from Tokyopop. The art style is very much influenced by manga, so let's just dive in. But reading more and more into it, I kept thinking to myself, this is a manga? It doesn't feel like a manga. This feels more like a graphic novel, something from Image or another, independent comic book company where they're trying to dish out very mature, sometimes graphic content. And then after, doing a little research on the studio itself and this series, it said manga-inspired graphic novel. I thought, oh, yes, that is exactly what this is. And yeah, reading the first volume, you can tell heavily influenced by manga. There is so much that it pulls from, and it's going for the gritty, mature, seinen style of manga. And I thought the first volume is kind of cool. It's more or less a setup for this world. It's a lot right off the bat. There's so much information being thrown at you that honestly I think could have used a little bit more work. Basically broke it down into 4 sections. You have the intro, which leads into the main premise with our main character, and then it sidetracks into another main character who is going to be our direct rival / antagonist, and then it leads into a third faction in here, which is going to be pursuing one or both of our main characters. Not to say there's anything wrong with that. It's just if you're expecting a whole lot in the first volume, I would be wary. There is some cool stuff in here. We really get to see what Dolores can do with her art style. We get a lot of emotions in the faces, and we get a lot of intense action with one of our main characters. When we get into the main premise of the series, we see that after Danielle kills basically her boss with his daughter, torn up about it, she jumps off a building, kills herself. She wakes up in basically hell. This demon shows up, and he is basically one of the 9 kings of hell. And where we are, it's called the Sanctuary. It's sort of like a limbo between hell and purgatory or something. Danielle's trapped there with the daughter that she killed, Lilio. It's all about sin and innocence, talking about how they're linked forever now because she killed her. She killed this girl, and now she's forever stuck here to do Lilio's bidding or this king's bidding, as he's kind of this is your next target, but she's really in charge. But this daughter is so traumatized that she just wants revenge on all the people that opposed her father, basically. And her father was this big a crime lord in a New York based setting kind of thing. And so we're understanding basically now she's like a hitman. She gets spawned back into the real world. She has to go kill whatever the target is, uses a specific weapon so that way this Demon King can use that person as part of his army so he can expand his territory in hell. And then she has to kill herself with the same weapon so that way she can go back into the sanctuary and deliver the soul of whoever the target was. So right there, pretty interesting. You know, I'm pretty sure as we're going to go further along into this series, when more volumes come out, we're going to be seeing maybe more powers are being involved. There's definitely going to be some interesting conflicts with her and our other main character, who is Lilio's mother, one of the most feared people in the Mafia because she's so powerful. When we jump back into her part, we really see what she gets to do, and that's where the series shines with a bunch of action-packed scenes, very intense. You know, it all flows nice. Really, it was just really cool to see. So yeah, overall, it was a cool read. Again, it was just a lot to absorb reading this first volume. There's a lot of really trying to understand the structure of what's going on, how the characters relate to each other, and where do we think this series is going to go. So yeah, if you're in the mood for some gritty mafia, supernatural kind of series that is inspired by manga and anime, this is totally up your alley. So again, thank you to Tokyopop for this review copy. It was very interesting. Basically, there's like a whole bundle of series you can check out, and this one stood out. It said, oh, okay, let's go a little different this time with the manga review and see what's going on the other side of the ocean. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you for listening. Have you checked it out? What were your thoughts? We would love to talk about it, and you can email us at unversepodcast@gmail.com, as well as any other questions or comments. So thank you as always, and we will catch you on the next episode.